This is the moment to make a difference and to have real substantial game-changing change happen in New Mexico.
There are a lot of eyes on New Mexico's southern border with Mexico. Thousands of tons of cargo pass through the land port every day, and political leaders on both sides of the border believe this has potential to become one of the busiest trade centers in the country. That's why they're setting the stage for a massive expansion. Griffin Rushton talked with New Mexico's economic secretary about what this means for our state. Griffin?
Yeah, Tommy, the Santa Teresa port of entry is already a bustling trade zone. The most recent data shows nearly 12,000 commercial crossings from Mexico each month. That's only a fraction, though, of the traffic nearby ports in El Paso saw at the same time. But there's a new effort to reroute some of that trade through New Mexico, and it's promising big opportunities for the communities on both sides of the border.
I think that the Santa Teresa San Geronimo project is one of the top 3 projects for Economic Development Department right now.
Economic Development Secretary Alicia Keys has been spending a lot of time in southern New Mexico.
I would say I'm spending 50% of my time on the border right now.
Her team is working closely with economic leaders in Mexico to expand and upgrade the Santa Teresa port of entry.
Both sides, Mexico and New Mexico, are very interested in creating a port of the future.
Keys says the estimated $170 million expansion will include state-of-the-art technology, drastically increasing the number and type of trucks that can pass through.
We are one of the only land ports in this area, so we can accommodate big wind blades. We have the opportunity to expand.
This planned expansion comes as Mexico positions itself as a global manufacturing hub, similar to countries in South Asia. Keys says both sides are already working to bring new companies to communities near the Santa Teresa port.
The partnerships that we're looking to do with manufacturing companies, I really think is putting New Mexico in a place where it will be a thriving port in the next few years.
Keys says Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham has been focused on expanding international trade since she took office, but says the project got a massive assist from another state's governor.
Back in April, Governor Abbott from Texas put additional inspections on his side of the Texas border. Traffic stalled. We couldn't get food over the border.
Those backups only lasted about a week, but rippled through communities all over the Southwest, including New Mexico.
When something happens at the border, it affects the price of avocados. It affects the price of lettuce and tomatoes in New Mexico. And so we really take it very, very seriously.
Keys says the Santa Teresa port of entry provided an easier trade route during those backups, and Mexican leaders noticed.
The last time that I was down in Mexico City with my team, the president said that his infrastructure was going to the New Mexico side, not the Texas side.
While the project is still years away from breaking ground, Keys believes it's providing a path forward for New Mexico's economy.
The diversification for New Mexico from oil and gas is really the most important point of global trade. Is if we can get this whole region going and the manufacturing companies there, and we can get people jobs in this area of New Mexico, it's only going to benefit us for years to come.
Keys says a feasibility study for this project should be done next summer, and it's really not clear when construction could begin. But Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham has already signed off on funding for a new highway connecting the port to the interstate. Keys says there's also early talks of building a new rail line across New Mexico's southern border. Tommy?
A lot of important infrastructure there. Yeah, Griffin, thank you.